Good morning, my lecturer, and good morning, all my friends. I'm Victoria Veronica Borpardosi from Group 5. Here, I will expand our presentation about ESP for mathematics education. Background of the problem. In the first academic programs, one of which is in the mathematics education study program, the vision is translated into four internationalization programs, namely 1. Opening access to international literature. 2. Participants of the academic community in international forums. 3. The ability of reputable publication in international affairs. And then 4. The development of potential further studies abroad. These programs can be implemented by organizing content and language integrated learning. Problem formulation. Based on the background of the above, problems can be formulated as follows. 1. How the use of English is important in the faculty of ESP or mathematics education. 2. How ESP in mathematics education. Research objective. The purpose of the study are: the purpose of the research on ESP in this group paper is to fulfill the tasks of the ESP course from member Taria as Hutahuru on the use of ESP in a particular field of science. Definition of language and English. Language is the ability of humans to communicate with other humans using signs, such as words and gestures. The scientific study of language is called linguistics, so that language can be defined as a communication tool that can be understood by fellow humans depending on the language used. The definition of a foreign language is the language of a foreign nation or does not come from one's own country or according to the Linguistics Dictionary. Krisda Laksana 2001 21. Foreign language is a language that is mastered by linguists, usually through formal education, and which socioculturally is not considered a language of its own.
Okay, now I will continue to explain for the material about definition and use of ESP in mathematics. English for specific purpose in mathematics is English that is closely used in science or economics, where the vocabulary used is also vocabulary that smells of mathematics, and the term contained are also part of the English language specific for mathematics. The use of ESP and understanding of ESP in mathematics is very important because student or teacher in mathematics must know ESP vocabulary in mathematics. Example of ESP in mathematics: 28%, 10 pointer, 4 nines or 4 over 9, square, 4 square, x to the power of 4, 10 meters by 12 meters. In simple English, addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, and other can be read below. Plus and minus, or take away, multiplied by or times, divided by equals or is. English fractions. For the example, 1/80, 1/50, 1 quarter, their quarters. Now continue to the explain research method. This research is a method of research development or research and development. The learning device or model development in this study is an English for specific purpose learning model based on the cooperative Scripps learning models, which is learning models where students work or study in pairs in a way. Really on the material learning in writing but also orally. Okay, I think that's all. Thank you for the time.
Place and time of research. This research was carried in 20 and 22 in Universitas HKBP Nomensen Medan. Research subject: HKBP Nomensen student from FKIP Faculty Mathematics major. Data collection techniques. In the searching data collection, there are several techniques that use 1. Questionnaire. The questionnaire that is encouraged by researchers in the collecting data is aimed at collecting data in form of flexibility of the development of the learning model. The questionnaire is filled by our own group 5. Make the question to the audience. 2. Observation. Observation is the way to see the situation during doing research. So the researchers see the needs of mathematics major ESP. The researcher will take the conclusion of the research. 3. Interview. Interview is the section questions and answer to the researcher will ask the audience about the question about ESP in mathematics, and the interview with the several students of mathematics major in HKBP Nomensen Medan. Data analysis. Data analysis is an activity after data from all respondents or other data sources are collected. Activities in data analysis are grouping and based on variables and types of respondents, tabulating data based on variables from all respondents, presenting data each data studied, perform calculation to answer the formulating problems, and perform calculation to test hypotheses that have been submitted. Research and discussion result interview stage. Initial investigation on the development of learning tools include: first, analysis of student abilities; second, analysis of curriculum. In general, students' English proficiency is still low, with low English intensity.
Table 1. Learning device validation results. Aspect. First, learning outcomes are measurable and on target. We have results that in validator 1 is 5 and validator 2 is 4. The second, teaching materials are in accordance with achievements approach and builds. We have results that in validator 1 is 4 and validator 2 is 4. The third, the learning models in accordance with the learning activities. We have results that in validator 1 is 5 and validator 2 is 5. The fourth, learning research according to the material. We have results that in validator 1 is 5 and validator 2 is 5. The fifth, type and technique of billing according to achievement. We have results that in validator 1 is 5 and validator 2 is 5. The sixth, the allocation of time is proportional to the material load. We have results that in validator 1 is 5 and validator 2 is 4. The seventh, the language used in standard or English or Bahasa. We have results that in validator 1 is 5 and validator 2 is 4. In validator 1 and 2 is 486 and 443. So overall average is 464. Questionnaires that are delivered. The average in validator 1 and 2 is 486 and 443. So overall average is 464. Questionnaires that are delivered. The average in validator 1 and 2 is 486 and 443. So overall average is 464. Questionnaires that are delivered to students as feedback on the application of learning tools are presented in figure 2. Saya merasa puas dengan jalannya perkuliahan ESP setengah semester ini. So we have results, they are 13.3%, 41 2%, and last 25 5%. Of learning tools are presented in figure 2. Saya merasa puas dengan jalannya perkuliahan ESP setengah semester ini. So we have results, they are 13.3%, 41 2%, and last 25 5%. Students answer these questionnaires with range of 1 or very dissatisfied to 5 or very satisfied. Researchers took only categories 4 and 5 to represent positive response to lectures. As many as 42% of students rated 4 and 25.5% rated 5. So that as many as 66.7% gave a positive response to the course of the lecture based on the predetermined practicality criteria. The learning tools that support English for mathematics lecture are quite practical. Well, I will explain the next part, that is conclusion. Based on the results of the research that has been described, the following conclusion can be put forward. The process of developing learning tools for mathematics course through a series of development stages according to namely initial investigation stage, design stage, realization stage, construction, test stage, evaluation, and revision. The resulting learning tools include the syllabus, teaching materials, and learning outcome text. The learning tools are valid, indicated by the average score of the learning at DEFIS in the very good category. Practical learning tools indicated by the number of students who responded positively, more than 60%.